Welcome, my wonderful explorers of wisdom, to another journey where we delve into the ancient yet ever-relevant world of Stoicism. Picture this, a younger me, stumbling over life's hurdles, wishing for a handbook on navigating the chaos. Little did I know, that guide existed centuries ago, etched in the profound words of Stoic philosophers. Today, we're not just flipping through history's pages, we're uncovering 20 life-altering insights that I wish had been my secret compass in those earlier days. Pause for a second and imagine, what if the hard lessons you learned could have been approached with serenity and foresight? That's the gift of Stoicism, and it's what I'm thrilled to share with you today. Before we embark on this transformative odyssey, a quick reminder: if you find yourself intrigued as we unravel these Stoic secrets, show your support by giving us a like, subscribing to the channel and ringing that notification bell so you never miss out on the wisdom that could change your life too. Now buckle up as we venture into the world of life-changing Stoic wisdom. As we set sail into our first port of wisdom, let's talk about Stoic wisdom. Number 1. The power of perception. The Stoics had this game-changing idea that it's not the events in our lives that upset us, but rather the views we take of them. It's as if you and I are wearing different lenses, and the world changes color based on the one we choose to look through. For instance, consider a modern situation like receiving critical feedback at work. You could see it as an attack, a dent in your armor of self-worth, leading to resentment and a soured mood. Or you could switch lenses and view it as a valuable map, pointing you toward undiscovered lands of personal growth and skill development. The situation hasn't changed, but your perception has transformed a potential storm into a guiding wind. Remember, my friends, when life seems to be throwing curveballs, it's not the ball itself we can control, but how we choose to hit it. By cultivating the Stoic mastery of perception, you equip yourself with the power to turn every pitch into an opportunity for a home run in the game of life. Let's carry this powerful insight with us as we continue to uncover the life-changing wisdom of Stoicism. Stay tuned for more, and don't forget, if this message resonates with you, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Let's journey on. Stoic wisdom number 2. Focus on what you control. As we journey further on our path of Stoic enlightenment, let's embrace the liberating concept that our sages of serenity held dear. Concentrate on what lies within your power, and let go of what doesn't. Imagine you're the captain of a ship. You can steer your vessel, manage the sails, navigate by the stars. But can you control the vast sea itself? Can you dictate the weather, the currents, or the presence of other ships? Clearly not. The wisdom here is to focus your efforts on your own actions, on handling the wheel and keeping your ship afloat, rather than fretting over the uncontrollable storms that may come your way. This Stoic principle was epitomized beautifully in a tale I once heard about two artists. Both were commissioned to paint murals on opposite walls of a grand hall. One artist spent days worrying about the other's work, constantly peeking over and fearing his rival's creation would outshine his own. The other focused intently on his canvas, pouring all his energy into crafting a masterpiece. In the end, the worried artist's mural was muddled and unimpressive, overshadowed by his opponent's exquisite piece, which captivated everyone's gaze. This story illuminates the Stoic truth. When we narrow our focus to what is truly within our control, our actions, our reactions, our dedication, not only is our stress reduced, but we also free ourselves to achieve excellence. Our energy is no longer scattered by the winds of external circumstances, but is channeled into the sails of our own endeavors. So whenever you find yourself entangled in the web of what lies beyond your reach, remember this second tenet of Stoic wisdom: free yourself, release the grip on the uncontrollable, and watch as life's tension eases. Relish in the tranquility that comes from steering your own course, and doing so masterfully. Keep this wisdom close to your heart, and walk through life with the calm assurance of one who knows their own power. Now, as we draw our thoughts together, reflect on areas in your own life where you might shift focus from the tempest you cannot tame to the rudder that is yours to command. Embrace this wisdom, and you too may find a peace and potency that are truly life-changing. Stay with me as we have much ground yet to cover, and many more Stoic secrets to uncover. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell to journey with us through each transformative revelation. Onward we sail. Stoic wisdom number 3, the temporary nature of emotions. As we embark on the next chapter of our Stoic voyage, let's turn our gaze towards the ever-shifting skies of our inner world. Stoic sages teach us that emotions are fleeting, like the weather. Today's thunderstorm is tomorrow's clear blue sky. It's this wisdom that reminds us that no matter how stormy our feelings may seem, they too shall pass. I recall a particularly amusing incident that illustrates this perfectly. Picture this: me, in my younger, more tempestuous days, when my emotions were a wild ocean and my mood could swing like a pendulum at the slightest provocation. One moment, I'm basking in the joy of a sunny day. The next, I'm drenched in the downpour of despair because my favorite coffee shop ran out of my beloved hazelnut syrup. Ridiculous, right? But at that moment, it felt like a personal affront from the universe, a cloud blocking my sunlight. Yet, as I sat there, sipping my decidedly hazelnut, less coffee, that cloud of gloom began to dissolve. A child in the cafe dropped his ice cream, and upon seeing his plight, the barista offered him a new scoop on the house. The boy's face lit up, transforming from the depths of tragedy to the height of delight in a heartbeat. It was then that it struck me: my emotional storm, much like the child's, was temporary. And with that realization, the weight of my own overcast mood lifted. The sun peeked through once again, and despite the missing syrup, the coffee didn't taste half bad. This personal tale reflects the Stoic understanding that our emotions, powerful though they may be, are transient states, not permanent fixtures. They're the clouds that drift across the sky of our consciousness, shaping our view of life momentarily before moving on. By acknowledging the passing nature of our emotions, we can weather them with grace and patience, knowing they do not define us nor dictate our reality. So dear viewers, next time you find yourself caught in the grip of a strong emotion, take a deep breath and envision it as a cloud passing overhead. Watch as it drifts away and the landscape of your mind shifts once again. Hold on to this third piece of Stoic wisdom and allow it to lead you towards a more balanced and harmonious emotional life. And now, as we anchor this insight and prepare to sail onward, let's remember, life is a voyage, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy, but always changing. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this lesson on the ebb and flow of our internal weather, show your support by hitting that like button, subscribing to our channel, and ringing the notification bell for more life-changing wisdom. Let's continue our journey through the Stoic seas together. Stoic wisdom number 4. The virtue of living in the present. Imagine, if you will, the magic of attending a live concert. The air vibrates with anticipation. The crowd is buzzing, and as the artist takes the stage, every note resonates through the venue with an electricity that's impossible to replicate. This moment is raw, it's real, and it's unfolding right before your eyes. This is the essence of living in the present, a concept the Stoics held in high regard, urging us to experience life as intensely and fully as a live performance. In contrast, think of listening to a recorded concert. While the music may be the same, the experience is a mere echo of the original event. It lacks the immediacy, the communal shared breath of the audience, and the unrepeatable nuances that make a live event so captivating. This analogy speaks to the heart of Stoic mindfulness, the practice of savoring the concert of the present, instead of getting lost in the recordings of the past or the rehearsals for the future. When we dwell on past regrets or future anxieties, we're essentially pressing play on a recording that takes us away from the live show happening right here, right now. Our minds become cluttered with noise, distorting the beautiful symphony of the present. But when we adopt the Stoic practice of mindfulness, we tune in to the current moment, bringing our full attention to the experience at hand, just as we would in the electric atmosphere of a live concert. Let's take a practical step towards this virtue. Next time you find yourself slipping into the could, have, beens or the what ifs, pause and ground yourself in the now. Feel your breath, notice your surroundings, engage deeply with the task at hand. By doing so, you're turning your attention back to the live show, to the artistry of the present, and fully embracing the performance of life as it unfolds. Embrace this fourth gem of Stoic wisdom, my friends, and allow it to illuminate your days. Live in the present. Savor it like a live concert, and watch the quality of your daily experience amplify in richness and vitality. And as always, if these words strike a chord within you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Together, let's continue to uncover the storied treasures of Stoic wisdom. Number 5. Self-discipline as freedom. Picture, if you will, a kite dancing in the sky. At first glance, it's a vibrant splash of color against the blue, free to soar and sweep with the whims of the wind. But have you ever considered what truly gives the kite its freedom? It's not the wind, but the string tied firmly to the ground. This, my dear friends, is the quirky metaphor that captures the Stoic appreciation of self-discipline. The kite's string is akin to self-restraint, a guiding principle that some might see as a limitation. Yet, in truth, it's this very string that allows the kite to fly high without losing itself to the chaos of the wind. Self-discipline is our own personal tether, keeping us aligned with our goals, values, and truest desires, even as the gusts of temptation and distraction try to pull us off course. Embracing self-discipline doesn't mean denying ourselves joy or spontaneity. It means choosing to channel our energies where they can truly make a difference. Just as a skilled kite flyer knows when to pull back and when to give slack, Stoic self-discipline teaches us when to say no to immediate gratification in favor of longer-term satisfaction and growth. So the next time you feel hemmed in by routine or self-imposed rules, remember the freedom of the kite. With a string of discipline in your grasp, you can navigate life's unpredictable winds with skill and grace, reaching heights you never thought possible, all while staying firmly grounded in what matters most. Let this 5th slice of Stoic wisdom empower you. Embrace the paradox that in restraint, there is freedom, and let it liberate you from the turbulent winds of short-lived pleasures. As we savor this insight, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell if you're finding value in our journey through the Stoic principles. Keep flying high and let the string of discipline elevate your life's journey. Stoic wisdom number 6. The Stoic art of non-attachment. Now, imagine for a moment your smartphone, that delightful little gadget that holds the digital keys to your entire life. It's a treasure trove of apps, photos, and messages that you've collected over the years. But there comes a day when you realize your phone has become slower than a snail on a leisurely stroll. It's so cluttered that finding the photo of your dog wearing a birthday hat is like searching for a needle in a digital haystack. This, my wise companions, is where we intersect with the Stoic practice of non-attachment, and trust me, it's as liberating as finally cleaning out that chaotic smartphone. The Stoics, with their profound simplicity, remind us that clinging to material possessions is like hoarding apps you never use. Sure, they might come in handy one day, but in the meantime, they're just taking up space and slowing down your life. Just as you might bravely hit the uninstall button on the app you haven't opened since the last solar eclipse, so too should we bravely let go of the possessions that burden us more than they benefit us. Now, don't get me wrong. The Stoics weren't advocating for a life of asceticism where you toss out your grandma's cherished teapot just for the sake of it, but they were championing a spirit of detachment where things don't own you. It's like realizing that not every email needs an immediate response, and maybe, just maybe, you don't have to feel a cosmic sense of loss when you leave your phone in another room. So how do you begin this practice of digital and existential decluttering? Start small. Maybe delete a handful of apps today, or clear out that drawer of random cables you've been avoiding since 2012. Each little uncluttering act is a step towards non-attachment. It's about creating space, both in your home and in your mind, for things that truly matter, for experiences, relationships, and growth. Take a breath and consider, what apps in your life could you uninstall? What possessions can you let go of that would actually free you? Much like your phone's performance boosts post, declutter. It might feel as daunting as parting with your favorite pair of socks that have more holes than fabric, but the sense of freedom is well worth it. Embrace this 6th nugget of Stoic wisdom as if you're caressing your freshly cleaned and updated smartphone with delight and a sense of possibility. Letting go can lead to gaining so much more, like a phone battery that lasts longer than half a day, or a life filled with purpose and lightness. And remember, if you're enjoying this journey of shedding the superfluous and embracing Stoic simplicity, Do show your support by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Let's keep our digital and actual lives joyously uncluttered together. Now, onwards, as we continue to unfetter ourselves and uncover the timeless treasures of Stoic wisdom. Stoic wisdom, number 7, embracing voluntary discomfort. Picture this. Me, a person who'd rather snuggle in the comfort of a warm blanket than face the icy kiss of the morning air. There I was, embarking on what Stoics call voluntary discomfort. At the time, I thought of it as my own personal saga, akin to an epic quest to conquer a frosty dragon with nothing but my wits and a questionable tolerance for the cold. It all began one crisp autumn morning when, in a burst of misguided enthusiasm, I signed up for a polar bear plunge. For those unfamiliar, it involves plunging into a body of water so cold that it makes winter shiver. The Stoics believed in the practice of testing oneself with voluntary hardship, not for the sake of suffering, but to build resilience and appreciate the abundance we usually take for granted. So there I stood, toes wriggling in the sand, watching steam rise from the water like a cauldron of icy soup. The old me would have run for the hills, or at least a hot shower. But on that day, I was determined to dive headfirst into the Stoic lesson before me. The countdown began, and as I started my charge toward the frigid abyss, I could hear my comfort zone slamming shut behind me. The shock of the water was an electric jolt, a wake-up call to every nerve ending in my body screaming, Aish! But as I emerged, gasping and gloriously alive, I was hit with a realization more invigorating than the cold itself. By voluntarily stepping into discomfort, I'd unwittingly unlocked a chest of inner strength. I was no longer shackled by the need for constant comfort, which, let's face it, often translates into perennial procrastination or avoidance of personal growth. The temporary chill had imparted a lasting warmth, a fiery spirit ready to tackle life's other, less literal cold fronts. So, my fellow seekers of wisdom, what's your polar bear plunge? What voluntary discomfort can you bravely step into to fortify your spirit and broaden your appreciation of life's plush, warm towels, both metaphorical and otherwise? Whether it's waking up an hour earlier to write or taking the stairs instead of the elevator, each small challenge is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your most resilient self. Hold this 7th pearl of Stoic wisdom in your grasp as you journey beyond the confines of comfort. The benefits of embracing the chill are far-reaching, warming you from within and radiating out into every corner of your life. And as you ponder your next venture into voluntary discomfort, don't forget to support our shared journey through Stoicism by liking, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. Together, let's venture forth, stepping boldly out of our cocoons of comfort and into the strengthening winds of voluntary hardship. As we do, we'll find ourselves not just surviving, but thriving in the dynamic tapestry of life. Stoic wisdom number 8, the importance of empathy. Let's venture into the bustling heart of a busy city street, a mosaic of hurried footsteps and honking cars, where empathy might seem as scarce as a quiet moment during rush hour. Here, in the midst of metropolitan mayhem, is where we find our Stoic lesson on empathy in an unexpected twist. Picture yourself in a crowded cafe, the aroma of coffee mingling with the murmur of conversations. You're on the brink of irritation because the line isn't moving, and the barista seems to be moving at a glacial pace. Just as you're about to huff in exasperation, you catch a glimpse of the man's eyes. There's a weariness there, a quiet battle behind his polite smile that speaks volumes of a long, perhaps difficult morning. In this split second of recognition, the Stoic practice of empathy takes center stage. Instead of yielding to the surge of impatience, you switch perspectives. You stand in the barista's shoes, feeling the weight of countless orders, the pressure of the ticking clock, the strain of maintaining cheerfulness. Your irritation dissolves into understanding, and a simple, compassionate smile takes its place. Herein lies the Stoic wisdom, the realization that every person you encounter is fighting their own hidden battles, just as you are. By extending empathy, you're not just acknowledging their struggle. You're also reinforcing the interconnectedness that binds us all in the human experience. This is not to say that empathy requires us to shoulder everyone's burdens or solve their problems. Rather, it's the recognition of shared humanity. the decision to meet impatience with patience, indifference with curiosity, and judgment with an open heart. So next time you find yourself amidst a throng of strangers, remember this eighth beacon of wisdom. Offer a silent nod of respect for the hidden hurdles they leap, the silent victories they savor, and the unseen wounds they bear. By doing so, you nurture a boundless empathy that not only elevates your own spirit, but also ripples out to touch the lives around you, offering solace in the shared symphony of existence. As you reflect on this tale and its implications, take a moment to thumb that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon for more resonant revelations. Let empathy be your guide and companion as we continue to traverse the rich landscapes of Stoic teachings, discovering together how ancient wisdom can illuminate our modern lives. Join me, won't you, as we sail forward on this journey of growth and understanding. Stoic wisdom number 9, reflecting on mortality, memento mori. As we stroll further along our philosophical path, we encounter a rather solemn signpost, one that reads, memento mori, remember you must die. Before you scurry away, consider this. Understanding our mortality can be like crafting the ultimate bucket list, not the kind filled with fleeting thrills, but one brimming with meaningful pursuits that truly echo in the chambers of eternity. Think of it this way. Life is the most exclusive Arsvath, only event you'll ever attend, and while you're here, why not make it a bash to remember? The Stoics didn't dwell on death to be morbid, but rather to add zest to living. It's like knowing the party could wrap up any time, so you better dance like nobody's watching, sing like you're the star of the show, and savor every canapé like it's a culinary masterpiece. Let's face it, we're all in this conga line of existence together, shuffling our way from one end of the room to the other. The Stoic perspective on mortality is akin to glancing at the clock mid-party and realizing, hey, I've got to make the most of this shindig while I'm still on the dance floor. So you toss out the needless distractions, like squabbles over who stepped on whose toes, and you focus on the laughter and the connections that make life's party worth attending. I once met a fellow who took memento moris to heart and decided to write his own chuckle-worthy bucket list. Top of his list, to ride the tallest roller coaster in the world, despite a well-known queasiness for heights. He figured if he could face that, he could tackle just about anything life threw at him. Next up was mastering the art of making sushi, because why leave the joy of perfectly rolled maki to the chefs? And of course, to pen a love letter to his future self, reminding him of all the wacky and wonderful things he'd experienced. This quirky bucket list wasn't about ticking off accomplishments before the curtains closed. It was about infusing his days with a spirited reminder that our time here is finite, but our capacity for joy and self-improvement is boundless. So, what's on your memento mori bucket list? Maybe it's finally learning that language you've been putting off, or perhaps it's that conversation you've been meaning to have with an old friend. Whatever it is, let the Stoic mantra nudge you towards making it happen, towards filling your days with laughter, learning, and loads of love. As you ponder your own list, chuckling at the oddities and ambitions you've jotted down, let's take a moment to appreciate the vibrant tapestry of life, full of sights, sounds, and experiences, still waiting to be explored. And there you have it, the 9th nugget of Stoic wisdom, served with a side of humor and a dash of daring. If you're enjoying this philosophical feast, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Together, we'll keep exploring the Stoic way to live a life truly worth remembering. Onwards we march, my friends, with our Stoic compass in hand. Stoic wisdom number 10. The illusion of external success. Picture a grand stage where the applause is thunderous, the lights are blindingly bright, and the trophies glisten like stars in a clear night sky. This is the arena of external success, where validation and acclaim are the most coveted prizes in the game of life. But let me share with you a little secret, tucked away in the folds of Stoic robes. This alluring spectacle is, in reality, an illusion, as fleeting as the echo of a fading cheer. To paint this picture, let me whisk you back to a gala I attended, one brimming with the creme de la creme of society. Everyone was there, from the tycoon with his latest model of eco-friendly yacht to the socialite whose gown sparkled brighter than her 32-carat smile. In the midst of this opulence, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe, and, I'll admit, a twinge of envy, until I witnessed something that flipped my perspective upside down. There, in the corner of this grand ballroom, stood a man known to all as the epitome of success. He had climbed the corporate ladder with the agility of a squirrel on an espresso shot. His face adorned magazine covers, and his name was synonymous with victory. And yet, as I observed him from my humble perch beside the potted ferns, I saw his eyes flicker with restlessness, his laughter a rehearsed track played on cue. Just then, a waiter accidentally bumped into Mr. Success, causing him to spill his drink. As the scarlet liquid seeped into the marble floor, it was as if the facade cracked. The man's mask slipped, revealing not anger, but relief. He chuckled, a genuine, belly-deep sound that seemed to say, "Ah, finally, an authentic, unplanned moment." And it was in that infectious laughter that the stoic truth whispered to me. Success, when measured by external accolades, is as insubstantial as the bubbles in a glass of champagne. The Stoics, in their infinite wisdom, knew that the pursuit of status, power, and acclaim was akin to chasing your own shadow, a futile race with no finish line. They urged us to seek fulfillment not in the mirage of external achievements, but in the oasis of inner virtue and personal character. So, my intrepid viewers, next time you find yourself yearning for the spotlight or the trophy, ask yourself, are you chasing the shadow or nurturing the substance? Allow this 10th gem of Stoic wisdom to serve as a comical yet profound reminder that the richest rewards are found not under the gleam of a spotlight, but within the quiet corners of a virtuous life. And as we share a chuckle over the spilled drink of Mr. Success and the Stoic punchline it delivered, let's not forget to engage with this video. Give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the twist, subscribe for more episodes of Stoic Serendipity, and ring that bell, because the journey to true success, the Stoic way, is packed with more unexpected laughs and life-changing insights. Let's continue uncovering them together, one philosophical joke at a time. Stoic wisdom number 11. Cultivating inner resilience. Now, let's don our imaginary capes and delve into the realm of superheroes. Not the spandex-clad variety that leap from comic book pages, but the kind brimming within each of us, waiting for their moment to shine. I'm talking about the unsung hero of Stoic virtue, inner resilience. Imagine it as your secret superpower, subtly woven into the fabric of your being, poised to reveal its strength when the plot demands a twist. Let's picture life as a series of comic strip panels. Sometimes it's all sunshine and high fives, but then, out of nowhere comes the villainous plot twist, a flat tire, a missed deadline, or a scuffle that collapses quicker than a house of cards. It's in these bubble caption moments of distress that your inner superhero flexes their muscles, ready to save the day with the Stoic superpower of resilience. You see, the Stoics weren't oblivious to life's unruly villains. They knew that adversity was as certain as the next page turn in our personal comic books. But instead of waiting for a deus ex machina to bail them out, they cultivated a resilience that was as dependable as a hero's promise to the city they protect. Just as Superman draws from his solar charge, and Batman from his gritty determination, we can draw from a deep well of inner strength that allows us to face any foe with a wry smile and a knowing nod. Take a moment to recall a time when your day felt like a plot penned by a particularly sadistic comic writer. Your inner superhero could have been down, but not out, rallying courage, wit, and the occasional one-liner to overcome the obstacle. That's the Stoic resilience in action, my friends. It's the realization that while we might not leap tall buildings in a single bound, our capacity to bounce back is nothing short of extraordinary. So, in the spirit of tongue-in-cheek wisdom, the next time life hurls a proverbial pie in your face, stand tall, wipe the whipped cream from your eyes, and chuckle at adversity's attempt to ruffle your cape. The strength you're standing on, that's the bedrock of Stoic resilience, and it's as super as any power encased in the colorful pages of a graphic novel. Harness this 11th slice of Stoic wisdom like a trusty sidekick, and watch as it empowers you to dodge the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune with the poise of a hero in the climactic scene. And remember, true believers, if this message of inner heroics resonates with you, smash that like button, subscribe with the speed of a speeding bullet, and hit that bell so you won't miss a single episode of our Stoic adventures. Onward, as we continue to uncover the superpowers within, one Stoic secret at a time. Stoic wisdom number 12. The tranquility of acceptance. Picture, if you will, a stubborn cat, sunbathing tranquilly in your favorite armchair, completely indifferent to your plans for a cozy reading afternoon. You might prod, plead, and even try to lure it away with treats. But as any cat owner knows, a feline does what it pleases. This scene, amusing as it is, paints the perfect portrait of the Stoic principle of accepting what we cannot change. Just as it's futile to argue with a pet set in its ways, so too is it with the myriad of life circumstances that lie beyond our control. The cat in your chair, much like the unexpected events that weave through our lives, simply is. And if there's one thing Stoicism teaches us, it's that peace comes not from changing the unchangeable but from accepting it with grace. Let's embrace this notion of acceptance as the cool shade on a hot day. It doesn't alter the temperature outside, but it does provide a sanctuary from the heat. When we apply this to life, we find that acceptance is not about resignation or passivity. Rather, it's an active choice to let go of the struggle against the immovable and find serenity in the midst of it. So next time you encounter the armchair cats of life, be it a traffic jam, a delayed flight, or a rained-out picnic, take a breath and observe the feline's composure. It doesn't worry about your day's agenda or the inconvenience it causes. It merely is, and in that simple existence, there's a lesson in tranquility. By adopting a similar stance of acceptance, you allow yourself to experience life's disruptions without letting them ruffle your feathers. Hold this 12th strand of Stoic wisdom close, like the warmth of a sunbeam on your skin, and let it imbue your existence with the quiet fortitude of a cat in its favorite spot. Such acceptance becomes an unspoken dialogue with the universe, where you no longer argue with the inevitable but instead welcome it as an old friend. And there you have it, my Stoic companions on this journey towards wisdom. If this tale of cats and calmness has struck a chord, then please show your support by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. Together, we'll learn to embrace each unyielding moment with the grace of a sunbathing feline and the tranquility of true Stoic acceptance. Let us move forward with open hearts and a new perspective on the things we cannot change. Stoic wisdom number 13, the art of negative visualization. Welcome back, fellow travelers on the path to enlightenment, where we're about to twist the kaleidoscope of our minds and peer through the lens of negative visualization. Now, before you assume this is about doom scrolling through the catacombs of what-ifs, allow me to present a surprisingly upbeat take on this classic Stoic exercise. Picture yourself juggling, not just any juggling, but juggling the fragile ornaments from your holiday tree. Each bauble represents something you treasure in life: health, friends, that unbeatable high score in your favorite video game. As you keep them all airborne, consider for a moment, what if one slips through your fingers? This mental replay of a Christmas ornament catastrophes is your ticket to a deeper appreciation for the unbroken treasures in your grasp. The Stoics, in their savvy wisdom, suggested we periodically contemplate loss, not to become gloomy Eeyores under a rain cloud of hypothetical misfortune, but to water the garden of our gratitude with the rain from that very cloud. Think of it as a rehearsal for life's unexpected stage exits, so that when the curtain does fall unexpectedly, you're not left scrambling for your lines. So let's indulge in a bit of light-hearted worst-case scenario planning. Imagine your smartphone, that beacon of connectivity, suddenly decides to embark on a solo voyage to the land of eternal offline. At first, panic assails. How would you check your me's, your messages, your maybes? But after the initial shock fades, you realize something extraordinary. You're now the maestro of your own attention, no longer ping-ponged by pings and rings. You discover the lost art of daydreaming, the joy of people watching, and the tranquil bliss of not knowing everyone's brunch updates. This Stoic hack is not about expecting the worst, but about a cheeky nod to the impermanence of things. It's a mental simulation game where you emerge with bonus levels of contentment and a cheat code to life. The understanding that joy doesn't lie in the trinkets and tech, but in the human experience itself. So, dear philosophical compadres, Next time you're sipping your latte and the barista gets the order wrong, before the frustration bubbles, take a stoic pause. Imagine, if you will, a world without coffee. Then, as you sip the mismatched brew, savor it with a grin, for you've just tasted the nectar of perspective, and it's surprisingly refreshing. Arm yourself with this 13th gem of stoic wisdom, and let it serve as a humorous reminder that life's script is unscripted, and our attachments to outcomes are like holding onto water. By envisaging the drip, 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 drip of potential losses, we tighten our grip on what truly matters, the here, the now, and the people we share it with. And as you imagine your life's ornaments in mid-air, remember to sprinkle a little laughter into your daily practice of negative visualization. After all, it's the stoic way to smile in the face of adversity, or in our case, to chuckle at the possibility of wayward holiday decorations. If this balancing act of gravity and gratitude has brightened your perspective, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so we can continue juggling the ornaments of wisdom together on this whimsical journey through life's potential, pitfalls, and profound pleasures. Stoic wisdom number 14. Wisdom through constant learning. Envision yourself as the protagonist of a detective novel, one where the plot thickens with each turn of the page, and you, dear reader, are always hot on the trail of the next revelation. This is the exhilarating realm of constant learning, where the Stoics encourage us to see ourselves as lifelong detectives in the pursuit of wisdom. In our story, every experience is a clue, every conversation a potential lead, and every setback a plot twist that propels us forward, deeper into the mystery of life. Our detective toolkit: curiosity, critical thinking, and the undying zest for knowledge. It's a thrilling chase after the truth, where no stone is left unturned and no assumption goes unchallenged. Take, for instance, a conversation with a stranger on a train. To the untrained eye, it's merely a way to pass the time, but to our stoic detective, it's an opportunity to uncover insights into human nature, society's rhythms, or even the intricate map of another person's worldview. Each piece of information is meticulously filed away, a puzzle piece in the grand scheme of understanding the human condition. But what about when our sleuthing leads us down a blind alley, or when the clues seem to contradict each other? Rather than frustration, our stoic detective greets these moments with the thrill of complexity, the knowledge that life's mysteries are not meant to be solved in a single sitting, but are part of a rich tapestry that we weave day by day. This relentless pursuit of wisdom is not a burdensome task, but a thrilling adventure, akin to a literary romp through the pages of a never-ending novel. And as with any good detective story, the pleasure lies not in the final answer, but in the search itself, the piecing together of the narrative thread by thread. So, my fellow seekers of wisdom and truth, enjoy the detective work of constant learning. Relish the joy of each discovery, the intrigue of every question, and the satisfaction of knowing that with every piece of knowledge acquired, we're adding another chapter to our own epic tale. And now, as we close this chapter of our Stoic Wisdom series, remember to leave no stone unturned in your own quest for knowledge. If this message has sparked a flame of intellectual pursuit within you, please grant us the honor of your like, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell to join us as we continue to unravel the mysteries of life through the teachings of Stoicism. Together, let's keep our inner detectives alive and sleuthing, unveiling the wisdom that lies in every corner of our ever-unfolding story. Stoic Wisdom number 15. The value of good company. Picture, if you will, the eclectic shelves of a rental movie store from the days of yore, each film a gateway to a unique world of stories. Some thrill with adventure, others tug at your heartstrings with drama, and a few lift spirits with their comedic timing. This, my stoic friends, is akin to the grand theater of our social circles, where each friend plays a starring role in the genre that is your life. Just as you wouldn't watch a horror flick when you're in need of a good laugh, similarly, the Stoics remind us to choose our companions wisely, aligning with those who mirror the traits we most admire and aspire to embody. These fellow actors in our story are more than mere extras. They're the cast that can elevate a mundane script to a box office hit. Consider the friend who is the action-packed superhero movie of your life, the one who inspires you to leap out of comfort zones with their tales of skydiving escapades or spontaneous road trips. They infuse your scenes with adrenaline and remind you that life, much like a daring quest, is about the bold choices we make. Then, there's the classic rom-com buddy, whose infectious laughter and light-hearted view of the world bring a sense of ease and joy, like a catchy soundtrack that gets everyone tapping their feet. They teach you the value of not taking every plot twist too seriously, and the art of finding humor even in life's face-palming moments. And let's not forget the wise indie film friend whose introspective dialogues and soulful insights add depth and texture to your storyline. They're the ones who sit with you in the quiet scenes, sipping coffee and dissecting the complex themes of existence. Through them, you learn that every life has its layers, and every character their background story. The Stoics saw good company as a sanctuary, a warm set where you can rehearse your lines, stumble, and get back up, all the while knowing your fellow cast members have got your back. It's in this shared space of encouragement and challenge that we find ourselves growing, learning our roles, and delivering Oscar-worthy performances in the grand drama of life. So, as you navigate the social landscape, be it a high-speed chase or a slow-burning narrative, remember to cast your roles with care. Look for those whose presence calls forth your best acting, whose genre matches the film you wish to star in. Each friend is a ticket to an unseen genre, expanding your cinematic universe with their unique tales and shared scenes. And there you have it, Stoic Wisdom number 15, a reminder to curate your social ventures as lovingly as a cinephile arranges their movie collection, with an eye for diversity, quality, and resonance. If this whimsical walk through the aisles of friendship has sparked joy and contemplation, please show your appreciation with a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and ring the bell for your front row ticket to more Stoic insights. Together, let's continue to fill our cast with the finest company, guiding us through laughter, tears, and growth, scene by scene. Stoic Wisdom number 16. Detachment from the opinion of others. Now, envisage yourself as a contestant on an outlandish game show, complete with neon lights, blaring horns, and a boisterous audience shouting advice from every angle. Each challenge you face is bizarre, yet strangely compelling, much like navigating the obstacle course of public opinion in our daily lives. The Stoics invite us to see the humor in this situation, recognizing that caring deeply about others' opinions is as chaotic and distracting as trying to win a game while heeding the cacophony of a crowd. In this peculiar arena, every voice competes for your attention, urging you to take this path, avoid that trap, or grab the dangling prize of fleeting approval. But as our Stoic game show contestant, you hold an ace up your sleeve, the power of detachment. Unlike your fellow contenders who scramble frantically, swayed by the ever-changing whims of the audience, you smile serenely, focusing solely on the course set before you. This isn't to say you disregard the crowd entirely. After all, feedback from our fellow players can sometimes offer valuable insights. However, the key, as any seasoned game show champion knows, is to filter the noise, to discern which comments propel you towards your goal, and which are simply part of the spectacle. Imagine, if you will, the liberation of striding through the game of life, not as a pawn in a popularity contest, but as a player with the inner resolve of a Stoic sage. You navigate each round with poise, your eyes fixed on your own values and your path defined by personal conviction, rather than the shifting opinions that buzz around you like neon flies. It is here, in this detachment, that you discover a sense of autonomy. You become the director of your own game, rather than a puppet dancing to the tune of the spectators. The Stoics teach us that our own judgment, our moral compass, is the steady guide through life's flashing game show set. So, my esteemed viewers, as you confront the dizzying array of opinions that vie for your attention, remember this 16th slice of Stoic wisdom. Step onto the stage of life with the confidence of one who plays for their own score, not the applause. And as always, if you're ready to take control of your game and detach from the noise of the crowd, show your support by liking, subscribing, and ringing that notification bell. Join me as we continue to explore the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, learning to live life in tune with our truest selves, unaffected by the clatter of the crowd. Let's venture forth, with the quiet assurance of those who know that in the grand game of life, the only opinion that truly matters is our own. Stoic Wisdom, number 17. The power of saying no. Envision your life as a smartphone, sleek and efficient, designed to optimize your daily routine. Now, picture that same phone bogged down with an overabundance of apps, each one promising to make life easier, better, or more entertaining. Before you know it, your digital companion is lagging. Its battery life is as short-lived as a mayfly, and you can't find your calendar app amidst the clutter of essential tools, like the one that turns your face into a dancing taco. This delightful debacle brings us to our 17th beacon of Stoic enlightenment, the transformative power of saying no. The Stoics, with their knack for practicality, would have surely raised an eyebrow at our modern predicament of digital overload. They knew that sometimes the greatest strength lies in restraint, in the discerning ability to refuse what is unnecessary. Just as you might strategically uninstall the 10th weather app to save your phone's sanity, so too must we declutter our lives of the superfluous to preserve our inner peace and purpose. Embracing the art of refusal is like being the discerning curator of your own personal app store. You evaluate each request, invitation, or opportunity not just by its flashiness or popularity, but by how it aligns with your core objectives. Does it enhance your performance or merely add to the noise? Will it drain your battery of focus or keep you running smoothly throughout the day? Let's add a splash of humor to the mix. Imagine saying yes to every app that nudges its way into your notifications. You'd be the proud owner of an app for tracking the phases of the moon, another that simulates the soothing sounds of a car wash, and let's not forget the one that sends daily reminders that you're a good person, because sometimes life makes you doubt. While amusing, this scattered approach leads to a clogged and chaotic existence, leaving you no space for the truly valuable downloads, like time with loved ones or pursuing your passions. So my friends, wield the simple yet mighty word, no, with the finesse of a tech wizard, simplifying their home screen. Each no frees up space for a resounding yes to what truly enriches your life, keeps your system running smoothly, and ensures that when you do tap on an app or opportunity, it's one that brings genuine value and joy. And there you have it, the 17th installment of Stoic Wisdom, wrapped up in a metaphorical app ribbon. If you're ready to streamline your life's interface and embrace the joys of simplicity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Together, we'll learn to judiciously clear the cache of life's non-essentials and say no with the conviction of a Stoic, making room for a life that's as efficient and fulfilling as a well-organized smartphone. Let's venture forth, tapping into the power of refusal with a light heart and a clear home screen. Stoic Wisdom number 18. Practicing gratitude. Picture yourself in the protagonist's shoes of your favorite video game, embarking on a quest to uncover hidden Easter eggs scattered throughout the virtual landscape. Now, let's swap the pixels for reality and transform this pixelated pursuit into a daily quest for gratitude. The Stoics weren't the type to lounge on their laurels. They were active players in the game of life, searching for reasons to be thankful as avidly as a gamer hunts for in-game secrets. Consider the world around you as your personal sandbox game, filled with hidden gems of gratitude. The smile of a stranger, the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread, or the tranquil silence that greets you at dawn are all Easter eggs waiting to be discovered. Each day brings with it a new level to explore, packed with opportunities to recognize and appreciate the often overlooked joys lurking in every corner. Let's add a dash of whimsy to our Stoic training. Challenge yourself to spot these delightful gratitude eggs as you go about your day. Maybe it's the reliable bus driver who always waits an extra second for hurrying passengers, or the unexpected laugh you share with a coworker over an inside joke. These moments are like power-ups that boost our mood and fortitude, quietly tucked into the fabric of our daily routine. Now, imagine if at the end of each day, instead of tallying up points, you tally up these treasures of appreciation. Perhaps jot them down in a journal or share them with a friend, each entry a token of the wealth that adorns your life. This end-of-day recap isn't just a feel-good exercise. It's a Stoic strategy for building mental resilience. In acknowledging the good, you arm yourself against the inevitable challenges, fortifying your spirit with a cachet of positivity. In a playful twist, you might even assign yourself achievement unlocked badges for consistent gratitude practice. Novice of noticing, grateful gamer. Expert of appreciation. Whatever title tickles your fancy, let it remind you that with each day, you level up in the game of life by focusing on the plenitude of your personal experience. So, my stoic adventurers, next time life feels like a glitch-ridden level, pause and look around for those hidden Easter eggs of gratitude. They're the secret bonuses that enrich our lives, the subtle power-ups that enhance our journey, and the achievements that truly matter on our leaderboards. And remember, if you found joy in this playful approach to gratitude, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's continue to level up together, finding joy in the game of life, one gratitude Easter egg at a time. Onward we go, with eyes wide open and hearts ready to discover the hidden wonders that await us in the everyday. Stoic wisdom number 19, turning obstacles into opportunities. Imagine you find yourself engrossed in a complex video game, where every level is a labyrinth of challenges, each obstacle a deviously placed puzzle piece. These barriers may seem like foes at first glance, aiming to thwart your progress and keep you from your ultimate goal. Yet, the Stoics would have us flip the script, seeing these obstructions not as hindrances, but as hidden keys to unlock new realms of possibility. Like a seasoned gamer, the Stoic meets each challenge with a blend of eagerness and strategy. A wall that blocks your path, it's merely an invitation to climb higher, to gain a vantage point that reveals a new route previously unseen. A chasm too wide to cross, a cue to build a bridge, forging connections that strengthen resolve and character. This Stoic approach transforms the game of life from a daunting series of tasks into an engaging puzzle. Each difficulty that arises is akin to a cryptic clue, a part of the game designed to enhance your skills and push you to innovate. Whether it's negotiating a tough deal at work or navigating a personal conflict, the obstacles compel us to think critically, act creatively, and grow exponentially. Let's inject a touch of humor to lighten the Stoic lesson. Treat each setback like a boss level in your personal video game. It might seem intimidating with its flashing warning lights and dramatic music, but it's also the moment when you bring out your best maneuvers, learned from previous rounds of play. And when you do overcome the hurdle, there's the unmistakable level up moment. A burst of triumphant music, a cascade of points, and a sense of accomplishment that boosts your confidence to tackle the next challenge. In Stoic terms, that's the essence of turning obstacles into opportunities. Every win is more than just a conquered hindrance. It's a testament to your evolving capabilities. So, my Stoic players, next time you find yourself facing an intricate obstacle in the game of life, pause and consider, what is this teaching me? What hidden opportunities lay behind this challenge? Go forth with the playful determination of a gamer, seeking out the puzzle pieces that will unlock the next level of your journey. As we gear up to tackle our next challenge with a Stoic smile, let's remember to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more sage advice. Together, we will discover the opportunities waiting within every obstacle, ever ready to piece them together and reveal the new horizons that beckon us onward. Join me as we continue to play the grandest game of all with wisdom and wit, turning every blockade into a stepping stone towards greater heights. Stoic wisdom number 20. Leading by example. Now, let's delve into a story that is as comical as it is instructional, about a leader whose approach was as misguided as a GP's with a penchant for cliff edges. This tale underscores the Stoic virtue of leading not just with grand words, but with resounding deeds. Imagine, if you will, a manager named Bob. Bob fancied himself the embodiment of leadership. His office was littered with every Leadership 101 book you could imagine, and his walls adorned with pithy quotes about being at the helm. However, Bob had a tiny, rather hilarious flaw. He was akin to a general who leads a cavalry charge. From the comfort of his distant, secure tent, the fateful day arrived when Bob decided to boost office morale with what he called the ultimate team-building exercise. He rallied his troops with a rousing speech, full of metaphors about ships braving storms and eagles soaring to success. Then he unveiled the surprise, an office-wide scavenger hunt, riddles and all, promising a grand prize for the winning team. The catch: Bob, self-assured in his role as the mastermind, exempted himself from participation. choosing instead to oversee the battlefield from the high ground of his swivel chair. Off went the teams, scrambling through corridors, deciphering clues, and gradually realizing that Bob's hunt was as confusing as a chameleon in a bag of Skittles. The climax occurred when one befuddled team ended up in the parking lot, convinced Bob's cryptic "Seek where the metal steeds rests" clue pointed to his reserved parking spot. As they huddled there, puzzled, Bob decided it was time for a leader's grand entrance. He strutted out, ready to bask in the glory of his successful event, only to find his car, the metal steed, hoisted atop a sea of office chairs, his team's interpretation of the clue. The office roared with laughter, and Bob stood, mouth agape. The image of his car on an office chair throne forever etched in company lore. In that moment, Bob learned the hard way that leadership isn't just about grand gestures and eloquent speeches. It's about rolling up your sleeves, joining the fray, and leading by example. The Stoics would have had a field day with Bob, reminding him that the true mark of a leader is in the actions they take, not just the commands they give. Bob's misadventure serves as our 20th, and delightfully whimsical, Stoic lesson. To lead is to act. It's to be the first to dive into the trenches, to embody the virtues you extol, and to inspire through the power of example, even if it means risking your precious metal steed to the creative interpretations of your team. If you've ever had a Bob in your life, or if you've enjoyed this humorous dip into leadership follies, remember to give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and tap that notification bell. Let's keep learning, leading, and chuckling together at the Stoic wisdom that stands the test of time, because sometimes the most impactful lessons come wrapped in the funniest of stories. Onward we march, my fellow Stoics, with laughter in our hearts and the example of our steps guiding the way. And now, my Stoic companions, we have traversed the vast landscape of ancient wisdom, exploring 20 life-changing Stoic teachings that can guide us through the tumultuous seas of life, from the power of perception to the art of turning obstacles into opportunities. Each insight serves as a beacon, illuminating our path towards a life of virtue, resilience, and contentment. As we bring this enlightening journey to its close, I extend a heartfelt invitation to you. Reflect on these pearls of Stoic wisdom and share in the comments below which of these 20 insights you will weave into the fabric of your daily life. Which principle resonated with you the most? How will you turn these teachings into actionable steps on your personal path to growth? Stoicism is more than a philosophy. It's a practical toolkit for navigating the unpredictable nature of existence, a compass that helps us align our actions with our highest ideals. It prompts us to ask not just what we are facing, but who we are becoming in the face of it all. This journey we've taken together is a testament to our shared commitment to living better, more meaningful lives, and to the everlasting relevance of Stoic thought. I want to thank you for being a part of this adventure, for engaging with these age-old concepts, and for bringing your own stories and insights to our Stoic community. Your presence here is a reflection of the vibrant, ever-growing tapestry of modern-day seekers of wisdom. As we part ways for now, remember that the path of Stoicism is one of continuous exploration and application. So let your life be a canvas for these teachings, and may your actions inspire those around you to embark on their own quests for wisdom. If you found value in this series, if it has sparked a curiosity or a change within you, then please support our channel by giving this video a thumbs up, subscribing for more philosophical adventures, and ringing the notification bell to stay updated on our future content. Your engagement fuels our mission to spread the transformative power of Stoic wisdom far and wide. In the spirit of Stoicism, let us go forward with courage, with hearts open to the lessons yet to be learned, and with the resolve to lead by the example of our steps. Until next time, live well, live wisely, and live wisely, and live stoically.